Hello readers! Today we are working on story retelling. When we retell a story to somebody, we have to include certain details. We talk about the setting, when and where the story took place. We name the characters, so who is in the story. And we discuss the beginning, middle, and the end. We name some events. And inside those events, we think about, was there a problem? Did they fix it? Okay. So before we get started, let's look at this. Story retelling. This outline is going to help us retell the story. I read the story. This is where we'll put in the title. Who or what was the story about? This is where we'll discuss the characters and what happened in the story. And this is where we'll name our events, and we'll think about the beginning, the middle, and the end. Okay? So let's take a little picture walk back through. Zots gets clean. So we have Abby and Zots, they're best friends, and what does Abby say? Yuck, you need to take a shower. So what does Zots do? He rolls around in the trash, and he says he feels clean. Abby doesn't agree. He brushes his teeth with a tree branch. Look at this, poor little squirrel. And then he washes his shirt in a dirty puddle outside. Yuck, and Abby's not liking this. And then he said, I feel so clean, and she said, ew, you have barf on you, throw up. And he cleans his ears with a toilet brush. That's something you clean a toilet with. Oh, Abby is not happy. So, what does she do? Just to fix the problem, right? She teaches Zots how to clean himself. She teaches him how to take a shower and brush his teeth and clean his ears. Now Abby is happy, but is Zots happy? No, not really. I think he likes being dirty. Okay. So, let's get started. I read the story. What's the title? Zots Gets Clean. And because titles are so important, do you remember what we do? We underline. Who or what was the story about? So let's think about it. Who are the characters? Right, Abby and Zots. And what's happening in the story? What's the problem? Zots is dirty. Ugh, yuck. The story was about Abby and Zots. Zots is dirty. Okay. So now let's talk about what happened in the beginning, in the middle, and the end. Let's give some examples about that. What did Zots do? Do you remember? Zots rolled around in the garbage, right? And what else? Washed his shirt. He washed his shirt in a puddle. One more thing. Do you remember what else he did? He cleaned his ear with a toilet brush. Ew. He cleaned his ears with a toilet brush. So what did Abby have to do? How did she solve this problem of Zots being dirty? She had to teach him how to get clean. Abby taught Zots how to get clean. Right? Okay, let's reread it. I read the story, Zots Gets Clean. The story was about Abby and Zots. Zots is dirty. Zots rolled around in the garbage. He washed his shirt in a puddle. He cleaned his ears with a toilet brush. Do you see how we took different events from the story here? And then in the end, what did Abby do? Abby taught Zots how to get clean. Wow, excellent job, my readers. Excellent job. You talked about who the characters were. You talked about the events, and there was a problem. Zots was dirty. And then we named the solution, how Abby helped him. This is something you can do in any book that you read. Okay? So I want you to give it a try. I want you to go find a book that you've read a few times. And I want you to use this chart and help you to retell the story. You don't have to write it down like we did. If you want to, that would be great. But you can just talk about it, just like we did. Okay? All right, readers.